Hello, I'm Jake, aka HamStuff. Welcome to HS News in 10, where with 10 minutes of gameplay, I give you the important news from the world of games and geekery. Right now, I'm wearing an Insomniac Games style Spider-Man shirt because they have Rift Apart, a new Ratchet Clank game, which won't follow the chronology of this, the reboot, but instead the original series that we all know and love. So it seems to follow one from Nexus, in that there are rifts in the universe. They were purplish last time, they seem purple this time. We know very little about the game other than it features Ratchet Clank. It will also feature Dr. Nefarious, which he's called Dr. Nefarious, he's not called Dr. Nice. He's the villain, no doubt. Whether he'll be only one or the main villain, we don't really know, but it is probable. That's most of what we currently know. It's said there is a new character, who's probably quite important, after Ratchet Clank gets separated at one point, which is in the trailer, which I'll show you soon. We don't know her name, but people are referring to as the female Lombax from Rift Apart. Normally, these videos involve gameplay footage that I just talk over, but I think I'll make an exception this time, because I'm playing the reboot PS5, which I don't like very much.
I think I will save these for me. Thank you. But there is still a prototype device nearby.
Although I'm not the greatest fan of the reboot, I will admit that game, of the movie of the game, does have good Clank levels like this one. I'm definitely enjoying it more than being Ratchet. I really hope we get more than the customary 2 Clank levels and then 1 or 2 giant Clank levels, because it's Ratchet and Clank, not Ratchet featuring Clank, except for Ratchet Gladiator. So yeah, I really do hope that Rift Apart gives us a lot more to do with our favourite robot. And speaking of Rift Apart, because there's not that much news to this news, I'll first have a look at some of the new images captured on PS5. As it says, Ratchet running a bug-like creature, chased by what looks like sand sharks. Of course, the right eye is the accelerator. We can confirm the game definitely has grind rails. The rifts, as mentioned in the title, Rift Apart. A new look at our iconic dynamic duo. Ratchet looks like a plushie, if I'm honest, but at least he looks kind of real. And of course, the thing the internet's been going completely mad over, the new female Lombax, whose name we don't know, and we know very little about her at all. But she's my desktop background now. Other stuff to take a look at the official Insomniac Games Twitter. So this is an image released by Armin Shimmerman. Of course, is it even a new game release if there aren't people bitching about it? And oh dear. Going back, this man, Armin Shimmerman. I'm honoured to be part of this Ratchet Clank family, though I am their nemesis. The dialogue is witty, the graphics gorgeous, the talent is inspired. Let the good times roll. If you're wondering who he is, go back once more. There's your answer. He is the voice of Dr. Nefarious himself, who, as mentioned before, is a villain. So, if you want my baseless speculation, and I'm sure you do, although she has a tail, it's one that female Lombaxes don't have tails, I think it should be a female Lombax anyway. She's a Lombax style face, the ears, this same sort of gloves that Ratchet would wear, right up to the elbow, the stripes. A couple of interesting details. She's forgone a wrench for a large mallet type thing, and presumably lost an arm at some point, which is why she's got a metal one. No doubt one she built herself. I like the goggles. She reminds me of Full Symmetry, the Minecraft YouTuber, mostly because of the goggles and the blue eyes, although having met her I can confirm she doesn't have a tail, and probably isn't from the same dimension that the Lombaxes went to at the end of Crack in Time, which I think she will be. So, here we have the trailer that kicked everything off. Very excited over. Insomniac Games and their less cool logo they got these days. Get the other bug thing. It is cute, but I'm still going to whack it with my own wrench. Ratchet and Clank themselves falling out of some sort of rift.
No way.
On a tropical planet, maybe Sargasso, just the big
It appears
dinosaur
that the
things.
dimensions are collapsing on one another. If we cannot get to
Get
to
to the ship.
I mean, we can't be that far.
I wonder if they still have Ophelia. So, more puddles and robots presumably working for the bad guy of the game. Who? Probably going to lead up to the Polaris. Little shot of the gameplay.
Slow down, please. That's not listening.
Oh, come on, Ratchet. We all know the right eyes to the accelerator. Also, one of my favourite parts of Ratchet Clank is grind rails. I'm so glad they've made them so. But when they're gonna outdo, which is the military plane from the first game, so that's the best grind rail.
Well, it is
Like, is it the only alien we're riding? More rifts. You can see that the new solid state drive of the PS5 helps the environments load quickly. I still prefer a proper hard drive personally, because they work. But this is either space pirates like we had in the Future trilogy, or also robots, because sci-fi, or maybe a crossover with Sea of Thieves, but that seems unlikely. So Ratchet and Clank do indeed rift apart. Sam gets chucked through a rift without his furry friend.
Ratchet.
I'm still not used to how shiny he is. I do like the new eyes. They're not just solid anymore. They've got some sort of underlying structure. And the entire film's gone bonkers over her.
PlayStation.
So, if you want my baseless speculation, and I'm sure you do, although she has a tail, it's one that female Lombaxes don't have tails. I think it should be a female Lombax anyway. She's a Lombax style face, the ears, this same sort of gloves that Ratchet would wear, right up to the elbow, the stripes. A couple of interesting details. She's forgone a wrench for a large mallet type thing, and presumably lost an arm at some point, which is why she's got a metal one. No doubt one she built herself. I like the goggles. She reminds me of Full Symmetry, the Minecraft YouTuber, mostly because of the goggles and the blue eyes, although having met her I can confirm she doesn't have a tail, and probably isn't from the same dimension that the Lombaxes went to at the end of Crack in Time, which I think she will be. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and check out my other content. Goodbye.